Welcome back to Heroes on Our Island. I'm Jessica Fricoso. For many, the Thanksgiving holiday is all about giving thanks. We take you now to Lighthouse Mission, a mobile outreach center in Central Islip, where Pastor Jim Ryan says there's someone there who deserves all the recognition. Jody Goldberg has this heartwarming story.
All right, let's start over here.
Another week and another sign of desperate times. More than 100 people with arms stretched out while wearing their hearts on their sleeves. These people don't want to be here, but for whatever reason, they have to be.
Everybody could do their part.
Pastor Jim Ryan of the Lighthouse Mission in Bellport conducts these mobile outreach programs on a weekly basis to help fill the need for Long Islanders looking for a helping hand. Despite the fact that the island is one of the wealthiest areas, more than 3,000 people a week rely on the food giveaway program who would otherwise go hungry.
This is our 22nd year. It was started by a little lady named Sister Elaine. She made 10 bologna and cheese sandwiches in her kitchen. She didn't have much, but she took what she had, she used it, and she handed it out on the streets. And 22 years later, God has expanded that little act of faith to now, believe it or not, God is feeding a little more than 3,200 people each week right here on Long Island through the Little Lighthouse Mission. So people come for the food which we give them freely and abundantly. We want to give them hope, because many times, especially in today's economy, people lost hope. They're losing their jobs, they're losing their marriages, their children are wayward, or they've lost their means of providing for themselves, and they're losing their hope. And we want to say, listen, there's hope in something more.
And it's one of the highlights of my week, just to come out to give and to serve and see a smile on each and every one of your faces.
Now they're not exactly being handed out five-star gourmet meals. Instead, they're being given basic foods. The Lighthouse Mission relies solely on the kindness of strangers and charitable donations.
Yep.
And come the holidays, the Lighthouse Mission aims to provide these people with a Thanksgiving dinner complete with a frozen turkey and all of the trimmings. But that increases the expense and ramps up the pressure. Granted, they all need to eat all year round. But Pastor Jim says the awareness is always heightened around the holidays.
It's great to give out food on Thanksgiving. You should do that. But the week after Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving, we'll be handing out food. So the need is still there, and it goes up even more. And after Thanksgiving, people forget that there's a need. After Christmas, people forget there's a need. But that need is consistent. It's throughout the entire year.
You can have one dry goods. So you want pasta?
We're seeing more people, more than ever, on the lines, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. Things seem to be getting much worse. And I would say, come out. They're out here not just to feed the body, but to feed the soul.
Daniel Blumberg of Central Islip is now a volunteer with the Lighthouse Mission, but he knows what it's like to be on the receiving end of a line like this.
At first, it was embarrassing. You don't want to admit you need help. And for a lot of people, it's very tough to bring yourself to come out and ask for help. But once you get out here, you realize that's a really good bunch of people, and they're here to help the community.
Many times you hear people get involved in ministry or things like this. They had a tremendous life, meaning perhaps they were struggling with drugs or alcohol. They lost everything. And for me, I had owned a very successful business. And driving by something like this one day opened my eyes, and I realized there was a bigger need than me just chasing a dollar.
Hi, you can have a total of 2 from all the containers.
Susan is also a volunteer. She feels compassion for these people and realizes how great the need is.
I think it's important also that people know that you come to serve no matter what the weather is, no matter how you're feeling that day, no matter what your personal circumstances is, so they know that love transcends everything that you're going through in your personal life.
These people are getting fed today to hopefully hold them through the week, but by no means is the work of the Lighthouse Mission done.
As long as there is a need, we're going to be here to fill it, and we're going to do all that we can do to combat hunger.
The Lighthouse Mission says this holiday season is especially difficult because of cuts to the government food assistance program.